Thank you, Susanna. A big thank you to Marco and Nadine for traveling all the way from Germany to be here with us. Thank you very much, guys. I know your schedules are very busy, especially now that the year is coming to an end. A lot of things to do. So thank you for sharing your insights and experience with us. Maybe a round of introduction so that the audience gets to know us better. Nadine, do you want to start?
Sure. Oh, sounds interesting, to hear my voice. So it's great to be here in this great building, in this great city, and yeah, unfortunately I don't speak Greek, so I do my very best to give all the insights in English. Some words about me. My name is Nadine, I'm 43 years old. I live and work in Germany. In the western part, in the middle western part, and I'm responsible for employer branding and recruiting for Deichmann for the sales. So to employ people in our about 1,200 stores to reach the target group, which are mainly pupils. And together with my colleague Marco, I'm here today to give you some insights.
Yeah, hi, Kalispera. I hope I say it well. So my name is Marco. Nice to meet you all. I'm 35 years old, coming from Essen, and we're responsible for employer branding and young talents for the headquarters and logistics jobs at Deichmann. I've been working for Deichmann for 70 years now, so big company. It's a lot of fun to do so, and to share the insights today. We are working the whole year.
Perfect. And I am Petros Theocharous. I'm the CEO and founder of Valuedriven. I'm very passionate about creating tech products. I'm an engineer at heart. I like to solve problems. And together with my team, we have been helping HR teams recruit better, retain talent better with custom and tailor-made software solutions. So maybe with a show of hands, how many of you know Deichmann? Okay, a couple, maybe. So, Marco, do you want to maybe give an introduction of what Deichmann is, its scale globally, and to give an intro?
Yes, sure. So, as I said, we are coming from Essen, and we are a family-owned company based in Essen, but we also are Europe's biggest shoe retailer. We have over 49,000 employees operating in 34 countries. We are a big group with different subsidiaries inside, and we're operating from Essen into the world. And that's the main goal for us is to attract talent. And Nadine and we have the role to think globally at Deichmann and bring the company forward.
Yeah, and our main business is in Germany, so we have 1,200 stores there. Around Europe, we have about 4,500 stores, and the head office is as well in Essen. So we recruit on both sides for the sales and for head office. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's very interesting. I admit I didn't know Deichmann, before we started working together. But we're here to talk about employer branding, and that's a hot topic now. Maybe to get a little bit of a pulse from the audience, how many of you have as one of their biggest problems to attract the right people? Maybe with a show of hands. Okay, quite a lot of you. How many of you who raised their hands think about employer branding might be the solution to that in the next few months? I don't know. Okay, only a couple of hands. That was pretty much expected. I hope that this discussion, for those who didn't raise their hands, provides some practical ideas, some insights, and some inspiration of how to approach it. So, Marco, why employer branding? I mean, what challenges were you facing? And you said, okay, employer branding must be the solution to that, and let's go and approach it.
As Nadine said, our main goal is to attract talents and attract people for our open positions. And the number of the stores is very high, and of course we needed hands to make sure that the stability in our company is safe. So we attract talent, and employer branding helps us a lot about to be remembered as a credible and attractive employer, of course, and to reach that talent we need for sales, but also for the headquarters. IT digital talent is one of the examples.
Yeah, and we started about 7 years ago, I guess. We did a market research, because in Germany, everybody knows Deichmann. If you ask, do you know Deichmann? About 90% will say, yes, I've bought shoes there, I know Deichmann. But then we asked, do you know, or could you expect, or could you imagine working for Deichmann? They said in the market research, oh, no. What, they employ? People work there? Sure, of course, people work in the stores, but no idea how it's working there. So we knew, okay, we have to do something. We have to strengthen our brand, our employer brand. We have to show who we are to attract people. Yeah.
Maybe to elaborate a bit more on the question, like the challenges, we have, not only in Germany, in Europe as well, high competition, and many companies who are searching the same profiles, the same talents. Like Aldi, like Lidl is more common maybe in Greece, Petros told me before. And these are big companies as well. Most of them are located directly in Essen, around the Ruhr area. And it's a huge competition for us to get the same talents as they search.
So basically the same people that would work in a supermarket, they also would work in the stores, I guess. Okay, so competition is a problem. And what initiatives did you take in order to, employer branding initiatives? What were the tools that you tried?
We have to collect the arguments for us as an employer. As I said, we have 49,000 employees, and there are such good arguments to work at Deichmann. And everybody, if he or she is inside Deichmann, she knows, okay, it's a family-owned business, it's great to work here, and we have to collect these arguments to put it outside of our communication, to attract more and more, to reach more and more people, and to give them these arguments into our communication.
And yeah, you have to choose different channels to reach the different target groups, of course. So when we talk about pupils, of course, we use other channels and use other wordings than if we want to attract someone who wants to work in the IT department, for example. And what's also very important, if you choose a job, you choose a company, it's more emotional than to buy shoes, for example. So you have to express a lot, and you have to convince people with other arguments than buy a cheap shoe. It's like you have to show insights, you have to show all the benefits you have, and show people who are working for this company for a long time to be authentic and to convince people then. Yeah.
So you wanted to show who you are, you want to show your culture, and coming from the inside, and I think a speaker before that said, be authentic, and I think that's what comes, from the career website, and maybe that's another topic that we could speak about. That's another tool that has helped you, I guess, with that initiative.
Definitely. What we did is 7 years ago to start to build up all of our channels. We heard about social media, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, but also a very important platform is our career website. To communicate in the way we would like to do, to bring people to us and to inform us about the company. We receive per year 80,000 applications, and it's quite a lot, and we need a great platform to do so and to bring people. It should technically work, of course, because of 80,000 applications. We would like to answer everything, and we need good digital processes, and this is what we started 7 years ago.
And I guess it's not just a job board. It has more depth, right? It has a lot of specific landing pages for specific roles, because you have different roles. You have the headquarters, you have the stores, you have different roles in the stores. So I've seen that you were very persistent and very meticulous in providing that depth in the career store. And I wanted to hear a little bit about how did this serve the candidate and how did it serve you?
Yeah, so the career website is like a digital business card, so we can put all the topics there we want to express regarding the different target groups, of course, and to make a very good candidate experience, to make it very easy to apply at the end, because if someone is on the website, you have him or her very close, and you want to convince to apply and to fulfill the application form until the end, to make this also a very easy process. And yeah, I think we reached a very good goal with this. We have about 1.5 million visitors on the career website, and yeah, bring them to 80,000 applications. So it's a mess.
And you mentioned it, Petros, it's not like a job board, it's like a testing platform as well for us. Nadine talked about the candidate experience, and it changed so dynamic. It will be changed in the future, of course, and we will test a lot of things to attract people. And it's quite different. We would like to attract sales people, we would like to attract IT people, which are very different target groups. And we have a great possibility with Petros and his team to test a lot to bring the best functions to the life system.
Yeah, because our ATS, of course, it provides a job board, as you said, but nothing more. And even the forms for applicants are not that easy, not that flexible. So we did a lot of improvement because we got our customized website, of course. Yeah.
Okay. What features, for example, would you say that really helped with your journey?
I'm thinking first about the global template, because I said in my introduction that we think globally. And if I'm thinking about my colleagues in the subsidiaries, they don't have any programming language. They have to build a landing page without any programming knowledge and very quick and easy. This is one of the main functions, and we wrote out our career website after we went live in Germany to all of our colleagues in Europe, and have a great platform to do so for the other countries as well.
And I think a great career website really starts with a candidate in mind. Really tells a story. It's not a job board. It basically, its main function is to show the candidate how it is to work in Deichmann or in other companies. So the main purpose is to imagine myself as a company, as a candidate. How would it be to work in a company? How people dress, how people have humor between them, how people interact. So I think that that's really important. So imagery plays a big role. Videos, I know you've done a lot of great videos to show how it is for the salesperson to work, how it is for the headquarters how it is to work there. And maybe another point to stress out was the application forms. How do you think, how can you approach different people differently?
Yeah, we, as I said, a big target group for us are the pupils for the sales, and we do a lot of campaigns on TikTok, for example. So you know these pupils are sitting somewhere in the train, checking TikTok, and then, okay, I can apply for Deichmann. How can I do? I don't have any documents on my mobile. So we developed a new form together with you and your colleagues that you can apply very easily without any upload of documents. You enter all the information we need, because we as a recruiter, we need information about this person to decide whether we want to employ the person. But yeah, it was a good compromise to have both, a very easy way to apply and for us to get enough information to decide if the person is good for us. And we tested it in one target group for the pupils and reached about, we had an increase of 50% of fulfilled forms at the end, because it was so easy to continue and to apply anyway. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Marco, do you want to share any thoughts on that?
Definitely is the way for applying is very dynamic. And as Nadine mentioned, we don't need documents, we don't need long forms anymore, and we lose people if they visit our website and you get 3 pages of forms and questions you have to fill in. We have to think about modern ways, and that's one of the key messages we would like to give you. Test it, ask your target groups, and be brave to test everything. So, and sometimes it's not easy for the recruiter to make decisions on that information. I think in the companies it has to change as well, but you have to combine both words.
Mm-hmm. That's very nice. From our experience, technology can be a tool, right? I'm a millennial. I've seen through these long forms. I really don't enjoy it. I guess more so the younger generation. So please, when you're building a brand, when you're promoting your brand as an employer, you have all this beautiful homepage. You go into the inner pages, and then as a candidate, I find my dream job. Then when you reach the form, I've seen so many companies that go back to the 90s. They just offer a back to the 90s form. So please don't do that. If you're building a brand for your as an employer, just go all the way through, and I think that will pay off. I think we were having the discussion with Marco last year, was it? Young people don't have their CVs on their phones, and what can we do about it? So that's something to consider. We have to go towards them and not them towards us. We have to find ways to approach them. So talking about younger talents, any trends you see about how younger talents approach work in Germany versus in Greece?
Yeah, as we're a retailer, it's not that easy to convince young people to work until 8 o'clock at the weekend. Last week I had an interesting call with an apprentice. He was very good, he was so talented, and we wanted to put him in a special program, and he said, no, I quit because I will never find a girlfriend with these working hours. I said, whoa, okay, it's tough. You are 18, okay, good. Yeah, it's your choice, it's your life. And I think they are more selbstbewusst, what do you say? Self-confident, and they know what they want, and so you have to be maybe also more, you accept the difference, how they are. You have to be okay with them as they are, and also regarding the applications, they consume only snackable content, so they need easy apply and they need easy solutions. And even if they send an application with a photo made sexy posing in the gym, it's also okay. We have to accept it's also an application we have to work with. So things have changed, and this is something, sometimes you have to accept this and not wait until they follow you and change for you.
I'm sure in 80,000 applications you must have received a lot of weird things.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe to add something, the dynamic and the speed of the communication is growing up again. TikTok is a benchmark, 15 seconds only time to bring the message to the customer. And of course, in the companies, it's not always be easy to do that. Maybe we don't have sometimes that funny stuff and would like to bring stories like TikTok normally did. But we try, and let's be brave and try it out. And as I said, ask your target groups, and you can improve and find a good way to reach them.
But very important, always be authentic, because when they start working for you and see everything is completely different, it does not make sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you've been running this initiative for over 2 years now, 2.5, something like that. Maybe you can share some results of, what has it done for you?
The way we think and the way we implement the things changed a lot. We are quite open for it, to test new things, and As I said, again, you have to be brave and you have to test. Sometimes you fail, sometimes you have a great success. As Nadine said, an increasing of a conversion rate over 50% is amazing. And we had get a lot of applications then. And I think this is the main point for me.
Mm-hmm. If you guys had to give one piece of advice, because I think our time is running out, one piece of advice for HR professionals here of when they want to approach employer branding, what would that be?
Yeah, as we said, be brave, try things out, be close to the target group, and choose a good agency you can work with, and bring things forward, of course.
No sales, no sales.
Yeah, and my advice in addition to that, be authentic. Authentic communication is the key. You cannot promise anything that you don't have in your company. The applicants and later the employees will remember this, and be authentic. This is very important.
And from me, I would say start with the candidate in mind. Go in their shoes and don't be afraid to show who you are, and I think that's the most interesting for them to see who you are really, going back to the authenticity that you mentioned. Okay, any questions? I see Susanna.
Yeah, there are, but we're going to take one only, if you're okay. So please ask this one.
So this is to Nadine. To both, okay. What are the top 3 reasons people prefer Deichmann to any other of your main competitors? To any other of your main competitors? Oh, sorry. What are the top 3 reasons people prefer Deichmann to any of your competitors?
Okay, the first one is Deichmann is a big, stable, healthy company. So if you work for Deichmann, you are safe. It's
work
set.
Stability.
Yeah, it's work stability.
We have a great history with 111 years old, and we stand for sustainable growth, not only for the company, for personal growth as well. As you see, we have a long time at Deichmann. We like to work there because of the growth and the way we did in the past, and hopefully in the future.
Yeah, and it's family owned. I think this is also very special, that Mr. Deichmann is still in the company, and a lot of, as he said, teams work together. It's familiar, yeah, though it's so big.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.